It's your boy DJ Wolf here. I got something major on my mind right now. I was just thinking about it. I've been watching Blackish the last 3 episodes, and I don't like where it's going. I really don't want to give much of it away, but it's let's put it like this. Throughout the history of black television, you always, and specifically since the early 70s, with shows like The Jeffersons, and Good Times, and even Fat Albert, they always had that one very special episode that you must watch with the family. But every episode of Cosby of Fat Albert and Cosby Kids was always like that, because they always had, a lesson behind every episode. Good Times was like that a lot too, But nevertheless, what I want to say is they messing with one of my favorite shows, is Blackish, and it's heading down a path I don't want to see. Show been on 4 seasons and they fucking with it already. And I don't know if it's going to make it past 5. The way it's going. I don't know if it's going to make it past this season the way it's going. And the season is not even over yet. And like I said, I don't want to give much away on it. I just don't like, how can I put it? They do this with a lot of popular black shows. When they want you to make you think that it's reached its peak, and I know it hasn't quite gotten there yet, or maybe the producers or somebody behind the producers think it's not ghetto enough. I don't know. I just, like I said, it's a major family drama on the show. I will say that. And this episode I kind of took it to heart. I've seen a situation like that happen in my family when I lived at home under my parents. Except it was, I would say, 5 to 10 times worse than what this situation is on this show. At least these guys are talking it over. I will say this before I go any further. This is a spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen the show, I suggest that you don't listen to the rest of this until after you've watched this week's episode of Blackish, the week ending May 11th. So, all right, basically, what Dre and Bo are going through is what my parents and a lot of adults go through, especially with children. Possible impending divorce. And I can honestly say, living at home for most of the years, I lived in Cleveland. Pretty much most of 21 years I lived in Cleveland. It was always drama filled in my home. Always. And I'm not going to lie to you. It drove me up the fucking wall. It really did. Somebody told me, said, wonder you didn't go crazy in there. And I said, maybe I did. It drove me crazy enough not to stay there anymore. It motivated me and drove me crazy enough to make a life for myself and not to have to deal with it anymore. It got to a point where I just wasn't going to deal with it anymore. I had to move out. It was time. It was long overdue for me to do it. Even though I left at 21. I was ready to do it before that, but I just didn't have the money or the structure to do it at the time. Until I join the military, and that's when I got the hell out. One of the few options that would have got me out of the city anyway, which it did. Probably, I think about it, was the best move I ever made. I used to think it was the worst move, but I didn't want to go to school at the time. And I didn't want to go to school because I knew if I went to school, with a chance I was going to have to stay home until I got ready to move out. But I chose to go ahead and do my thing when I did, on my own terms. I'm glad I did. And you know what? I have a lot happier life, almost a lot more quieter. At least it's happier. You just don't have to hear two people bitching and moaning the way they bitched and moaned all my life growing up. You just don't have to hear them nagging each other 24/7 or fighting in their bedroom every night. You know, just glad to get that out of the way. So, but Blackish, still a great show. I just don't like the words going right now. I really don't. So, just thought I'd put that out there. I got more on my mind. I'll be posting a couple of other podcasts I've done this week. Didn't get a chance to do it. I usually do post a new one every night, but I haven't been doing it. I've been slacking a little bit, but that's about all I got right now. May do a podcast tomorrow night. Should do one tonight, but tomorrow night for certain. I think I'm going to work on one. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf. That's all I got. I'll talk to you later. I'm out.